November's been a faithful one in the bunch in mobile gaming in 2025, and the week we've been having was just packed with new games. Some have been in the making for a year, some even longer. Heavy hits, a lot of free games. Here's 20 new games you definitely need to try whenever you can. Sonic Rumble is basically Fall Guys with hedgehogs, and it's finally out globally on Android and iOS today. 32 players racing, bumping and falling across absurd little obstacle courses, while Eggman gleefully ruins everything. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy and Shadow all tiny and angry, smashing into each other, grabbing rings and dying spectacularly. This game's got power-ups, costumes, mostly just to soften the blow when you faceplant right before you finish. It's fast, it's colorful, and just built for short bursts. The mobile chaos Sega should have been doing for years. Out now on Android and iOS, roughly about 2 gigabytes in size.
玩家可以通过轻功和成瘾键技能自由驰骋、飞檐走壁。
Sword of Justice, on the other hand, is not just a MMO. NetEase built a northern Song Dynasty open world, and you are not merely playing, you're inhabiting it. Look, playing this game is like wandering into a painting that occasionally fights back. Guilds are like coffee shop cliques, sometimes helpful, sometimes annoying, territorial. NPCs have the memory of a nosy neighbor here, and choices stick around like gum under a desk. The combat in the game is what matters. It really hits hard, and exploration involves curiosity like a cat on a rooftop. It's free to play, of course, but skill feels like currency in this game, and patience earns rewards that no amount of microtransactions here can actually buy. Not to mention, cross-platform means you can escape the phone gameplay. Being in early access for over half a year and a soft launch for a couple of months, Sunday City is finally out on Android, and it's definitely got some improvements. First of all, for those of you who missed it, it's a life sim, low-poly open-world social game like the sim games, except you've got actual freedom. Maybe the other game, Second Life, would have been a better example, but I don't like that game. You're here to create a virtual life and build a business empire, I don't know, own a pet, make decisions, participate in competitive actions and stuff. It's that kind of game. It's free, about 2 gigabytes in size, and plays online. Imagine cruising through a forest alone and thinking about your power usage. You know, survival material. Would that have to be RV camper simulator? You're not just building or managing a van in the game, you're gonna be managing gardens, solar panels, and I don't know, meals that don't spontaneously combust. Every turn of the road tests your patience, every upgrade feels like a small victory against modern civilization. The world is just vibrant, but mostly it's just a stage for your rolling micro empire of mushrooms, furniture, and of course your own questionable life choices. This is a very oddly satisfying and relaxing game, strangely chaotic, and it's a lot like Camp NF, demanded spreadsheets and a degree in off-grid engineering. And number 5. Girls Frontline Fire Control has been simmering in development for quite a while, and honestly it's one of the better mobile shooters of 2025 so far. Like, imagine your old strategy heavy T-Doll roster suddenly thrown in a 5v5 tactical paintball match. You still needs brains, but reflexes finally matter. Each character in the game is like a finely tuned instrument with chip loadouts giving them now new notes to play on the fire. Privileges of the game now, you can snag a few skins, but the real satisfaction comes with the actual gameplay. Upgrades, dodging, and I don't know, winning opponents who thought they had the upper hand. It's a pretty fast game, definitely tactical, and surprisingly deep. Real Drive number 6 is a realistic racing game that, you know, it just nails the feeling of being behind the wheel without turning your phone into a toy. Where cars actually respond differently, and every bump reminds you gravity is not optional. It's got open world maps that let you pick your position, quiet cruising, illegal drift sessions, or full speed mayhem through traffic, and the customization is not just cosmetic. Like, you've got tuning brakes, suspension, and engine change how the asphalt tugs back. You can mess with the physics, at times it's a serene game, it's a very satisfying, and at the same time, a lot of times actually, it's dangerously fun, in both addictiveness and just overall racing. They've been building this saga for years, and finally, we're proud to announce that the third Adventure Hunter here proves that these developers weren't really kidding. This new chapter of the tower is like headache in a good way. Lily, Max, and some professor wander a tower that looks abandoned until it doesn't. Traps hidden objects and a ton of smart puzzles to keep you glued to the screen. This puzzle game's actually got a deep story with a lot of tension and sequences that make you question why you thought tapping blocks was relaxing. I don't know. If you like clever tapping and subtle terror, this tower doesn't let you sleep and it'll definitely linger for a few hours after you finish. Well, look, on the other hand, this has been a good 13 months so far, but finally, Blackwater 3 is now out through a demo. It's free, definitely hitting high, and the game itself is like being the adult in a cartoon where everyone else forgot the rules. It reminds you that even Border Duty can feel like a strategy puzzle wrapped in noir goodness. Night falls, criminals pop, smugglers test patience like a neighbor borrowing tools and never returning them, and every decision matters, not because the game tells you, but because the world reacts. Turn the wrong dial and it's all bananas all of a sudden. It's tense without screaming at you, without being boring, and is free. For now, however. Now here it is. You ever wanted to just lose it in public, but couldn't because, you know, jail? Well, I Am Monkey gets it. You're stuck in a zoo cage while random humans gawk, tease, and feed you like the weekend's entertainment, and eventually making you just want to throw something back. Every encounter in this game swings between hilarious, sad, and kind of deep, like if social commentary were a banana suit. The physics though are just chaotic. Humor sharp, kind of the silence between laughs hit harder than it should, really. It's a game about being trapped, about performing, and about fighting boredom with chaos. Or maybe it's just about being a monkey. Either way, it is brilliant.
And craft new items as you explore Britannia on your own.
Now, the 7 Deadly Sins region finally locked in a release date. And it's not coming out January 26 next year, it is now set for a December 31st, 2025 release. If you cannot really wait that long for a taste of the action, there is a beta testing on its official website. I've embedded the link in the description. All you really need to do is just enter your email and it's unlocked for you, and you can play this whole thing for like 1 more week. The tests, in case you're wondering, gets you a hefty amount of game mechanics, the open world itself, a lot more of course, and for those of you just new here, 7 Deadly Sins region is like if Genshin Impact finally went to the gym and got like a proper story. The world's massive, it's gorgeous and stuffed with side quests, and it is also, yeah, free to play, although about 17 gigabytes in size. Imagine every vehicle you've ever wanted to drive crammed in an open world playground. Well, that's actually vehicle driving sim. Like 1 minute you're hauling cargo in a truck, the next you're weaving a police car through traffic, chasing a criminal, then suddenly a bus full of people that just need parking. Motorbikes, ambulances, racing, rescues, it's like someone actually dumped a DMV in an arcade into a blender. Controls are smooth, physics mostly make sense, and the maps feel alive. It's a exhausting kind of a game, it's ridiculous of course, and addictive. Basically pure driving madness for anyone who secretly enjoys pretending they're a multitasking stunt driver. Supercell basically said, what if Sea of Thieves, Rust, and Animal Crossing got drunk together? What would happen? And then based on that, they made Boat Game here. It's an island PvPvE where trust issues are just a core mechanic. You can chill, loot, vibe, or snap and start vaporizing everyone. It's got that polished Supercell shine with a hint of insanity, like a Clash Royale developer finally lost it and went like tropical. You upgrade your brain tree, raid temples, and sail around pretending teamwork exists. It's dumb, brilliant, and way too addictive for something that's just called Boat Game. Give it a shot. On the other hand, at number 13 we have Casual Blade. Basically what happens if medieval knights got like a science fiction do-over and everyone agreed laser swords were fair. Timing beats force here, and your robot's fashion sense matters almost as much as its sword skills. Battle Royale, capture the flag, or straight one-on-one every mode tests reflexes more than luck here. On second hands, upgrades let you tweak parts and blades, turning your mech into a proper cyber warrior. And no pay-to-win nonsense, just pure timing and strategy. If you've ever wanted to see samurai spirit collide with robot metal, this is it. It's an offline game, less than a gigabyte in size.
Website for PC. It's not about small skirmishes or single battles, it's about...
Going down to number 14, we have Supremacy Warhammer 40k. Basically, Risk got a grimdark makeover and caffeine addiction. So in this game, you pick your faction, of course, Space Marines, Orcs, or Chaos, and then start plotting planetary domination while your allies talk big but goes faster than a Necron. Battles span into days, the maps evolve, and diplomacy is just a polite way of stabbing someone in the back. I don't know, if you like micromanaging resources while watching your enemy's plans crumble, this actually scratches that itch perfectly. It's a slow burn strategy and every decision feels heavy because one wrong move can actually erase your entire empire. Welcome to Fair Future. Number 15 though. If you're rooting for a good cover style type of shooter or an aerial combat game, Drone Hunter is definitely not messing around. Like, you're the last gunner between Earth and a swarm of death machines, and it's got several mobile gaming qualities right here. An arcade mode will let you flex skills, realism mode that makes your shot feel like paying rent on your life. Your guns overheat, drones dodge, and the predictive targeting is your only friend here. Upgrades matter, fire rate, auto ammo type, rotation speed, and the finest option is it's all offline. The sky is your battleground here, and you're the only one holding it together. And number 16, made by a studio that's already turned over 20 crash and smash sim games, Car Crash Simulator Pro over here was just released and it knows exactly how to bend your brain and your vehicles as well. Classic vehicles with 0 airbags, dummies flying like confetti, and around 14 different modes to just wreck everything you see. It's a mobile demolition derby done by pros. City wheels, bridges, test zones, and racing circuits. Every crash feels like the physics lab just exploded. No ads, no microtransactions, just pure chaos. Think of it as a love child of your inner Daredevil and an engineer with just too much free time. Supermarket Go, on the other hand, somehow makes stacking shelves and counting coins feel like a narrative. You know the house flipper games? Well, it's a lot like that in a grocery store, of course, and it's on mobile. You start with a sad little corner shop, dreaming of aisle domination, and end up running a mega supermarket where even the mannequins have opinions. You could also think of it as the mobile version of Monopoly met a sitcom with customers queuing like tiny, impatient little critics. It's casual, it's one-handed and absurdly charming. It also sneaks in story beats between clicks, proving even retail chores can be fun. Gunfight King quietly carved itself as one of the new better mobile shooters of 2025 kinda, and I kinda mean that it doesn't really need any hype. It's like, imagine Counter-Strike Crash on your phone with a decent graphics engine and controls that don't really make you rage quit after the first 10 seconds. You've got 5v5 battles, bomb defusals, free-for-alls, and enough weapons to make a small armory jealous. It's got offline mode, which means you can practice your aim without sweaty kids yelling at you through a headset. Maps are varied enough to keep things interesting, and the ranking system actually feels quite earned. Simple, tactical, mobile-friendly, finally a new mobile shooter that kinda respects your thumbs. Galaxy Wars Attack on Earth, on the other hand, is kinda alien invasion movies all translated into a mobile shooter. You're on Earth, aliens are stomping cities like they own rent-free apartments, and your phone is now a surprisingly satisfying weapon. It's got gyroscope aiming that makes dodging feel like a dance while blasting hordes with pistols, rifles, and cannons. Space battles then mix in for some cinematic flair, because apparently humanity didn't learn its lesson on one front, and it's also got a dramatic story, but mostly of course it's because, to justify the shooting. It's chaotic, it's offline friendly, and it definitely got a few things done right. You know that point in every post-apocalyptic story where humanity is down to duct tape and good intentions? That has to be Last Legion Tower Defense. It's like Clash Royale and Iron Marines at a baby in a scrapyard. You drop turrets, level up heroes, and pray your base doesn't fall under another wave of robot junk. It's part strategy, part idle grind, and just enough chaos to keep your thumbs sweating. The game looks way too good for something you can play half asleep at 2 AM, and the explosion is just pure serotonin. It's fun, smart, and doesn't waste your time kind of game. And last but not least, just a quick mention over here, I think Stone Age Tame is basically Pokemon made Jurassic Park but with like idle mechanics and just a fewer lawsuits. You start as a rookie tamer, befriending dinosaurs like their roommates, while giant robot T-Rexes stomp around like they own the place. Your tribe does all the busy work though while you're offline, of course, so it's like getting paid to nap kind of a game. You get to build villages, upgrade technology, and just argue over whatever to craft, conquer, or just watch dinosaurs do a little dance for you. However, the real joy actually comes from collecting and realizing what you just signed up for is basically just a hyperactive mini pocket edition of a management sim game, or just a mini Jurassic Park. Anyway, thanks for watching, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again tomorrow.